6th of December 2025, just a quick video. Trevor's over there doing some research on our next video subject. We won't interrupt Trevor in his deliberations. So I've just been into this store, like a craft store for arts, materials, rubber bands, that sort of thing. And I engage with three young people, two young people, one youngish woman, a bit older, a bit more mature, and the boy, just this young teenage boy with a red and white hat on. Now, we don't really know why they're still doing this, but of course this is the world we're talking about. It's a very important sales and marketing time, and the young people have a bit of fun wearing a red and white hat. So they were having a little chat, a little laugh with themselves. I came along, asked them a legitimate question: where can I buy rubber bands? So I interrupted them in their reveries. I said, there's a new rule, it's a joke obviously, it's a new rule from head office. If you're found in a red and white hat, you have to sing a carol. And the women looked at this young boy and he was at a loss for words. I don't know any, he said. I said, how about, "Oh, come all ye faithful"? And the more mature woman wandered off. She had enough of that already. The younger one was there. I said, what about "Once in Royal David's City"? They know nothing. They didn't know that one either. "Away in the Manger"? The girl knew it vaguely. Who doesn't know that one? And I invited them to sing, but of course they don't. They won't. And neither of them, none of them were churchgoers, they would have said. But this was a bit awkward. It's Saturday, they weren't expecting anybody to talk about singing to God, worshipping God with carols. So the conversation fizzled out, but I gave a testimony. Jesus is the reason for the season. He didn't just come as a baby. He grew up, he was the Saviour, and he saved me from all sorts of things, sorts of stuff. And when I spoke with them the second time, when I'd come down to pay for my goods, there they were, two of them, and I carried on with part two. And Jesus saved me from all sorts of wrong things, including I was a shoplifter when I was a teenager. And of course, this is a shop. And I stopped doing that. I grew out of that when I got a job. I didn't need to shoplift anymore for things. So I gave a short testimony. Jesus set me from everything, including gambling. And the girl pointed a finger at another passing young colleague, shop assistant. Well, he gambles, and it was an accusation, which turned out to be a lie because he doesn't gamble. When he came back, we started talking to him about not being a gambler. He said, no, I don't gamble, but my friends do. And I gave a testimony for him. And I said, don't get addicted to anything. People can lose their house through their smartphone because they get so addicted to gambling, they lose everything. They lose their house, their job, their marriage, their children, and such is the evil of gambling. That's where you end up. If you think you can control your habit, it's what addictions are. The addiction controls you. But of course, the enemy, the devil, uses your addiction as a form of idolatry. You rely on your addiction for gambling, for money, for comfort, something to do, and all of it is idolatrous, false comfort. So that was that. I'm now in the queue, waiting to be processed, waiting to pay for my goods, and there's another young person at the till, and I make a joke with her. The rule from head office today is Christmas time. As you take our money, you've got to sing a carol to us. And she looked a bit shocked, even though it was a joke. I said, do you know any carols? No. So I sang the opening line of "O Come All Ye Faithful," usual. And I said, "Away in the manger." I said, "Do you know what that's about?" "No." "Do you know who was born in Bethlehem?" "No." "No." And there it is. Ignorance about certain types of young people, obviously in other types of schools, they would know. At least they would know what the Christmas story is about. Hopefully in a Christian school they would know about that. So that was that. I finished. I didn't make a thing about it. And the field amongst young people, to sow the truth, not just about the gospel, but the bits of the Bible about Jesus coming. Why did he come? Especially at this time of year. Why did Jesus come as a baby? Why is that story so important still? Well, we'll leave it there. Trevor's finished his processing. So God bless you, obedient servants of God. Talk again soon. God bless you.